Jansen for the second relief pitcher. Mike Moustakas stuck in there somehow. Then Paxton and David Price. And now Juan Mancado to Lou. And Andrea, you're up in one pick.
Why do you say what you don't like? You didn't like Moustakas?
No, I do. He was just in the middle of all these pitcher runs. He was an outcast.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like him.
I like Moustakas a lot.
How many closers have gone?
2.
He just went.
2 closers. That's it.
I feel like
Kenley and Hader.
Look who Lou drafted. It's my turn now.
Juan Mancado.
I'm serious. I've been thinking so much about Juan Mancado since we had a discussion. I know you don't realize yet because I don't think you.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. was picked, and you are up, Andrea. Sorry.
All right.
We'll get back to that.
I know who I'm taking.
Ketel Marte. What a great pick right there, I'll tell you. If he can keep it up. All right, so what are you thinking here, buddy? Do we need to get back on track with our pitching? Do you want to go ahead and take this Mr. Boyd and shock the room, or what do you want to do here?
I would go Boyd, Andrews. Those would be my guys.
I'm with you, man. I like where your head's at. I'm gonna do what Chris says to do. That's what I'm gonna do. So there is Elvis Andrews. There you go.
So let's talk about Matt Boyd
Mr. Boyd. Let's let Andrea get her pick done here, and then we'll get into it. Since we kind of went quick through our picks, so now she's on the clock again.
Oh, I'm on okay, right. So, all right. I need some outfielders. I think that's a good claim.
I mean, I don't know where you're thinking, but I like Mazzara, I like Brantley, Jock Peterson.
No helping her out.
Yeah.
No. I'm just kidding.
Okay, no helping her out. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Brandon Delt, Kevin Pillar.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Mr. Kepler, man, you're just taking my guys here.
I needed some leadoff batters, 2 of them. Bam.
I love me some Kepler, but is he not possibly dealing with some nagging injuries right now?
He totally could be. Like, I haven't checked him recently, and I don't think I own him very much. So if he is, it's my lack of follow-through.
No worries. Kirby Yates goes, Craig Kimball goes, Bumgardner, Matt Olson.
So one of the things that I would point out with Matt Boyd is his velocity on his four-seam is a lot faster than it's been consistently for a couple of years now. So he's picked that up. Let's take a look at a couple other things with his pitches. I believe that he was using a slider a lot more this year.
Okay.
So his slider usage last year, just month by month, was 30, 37, 31, 27, 26, 32. In contrast.
Okay.
Yeah, percent. So in contrast, this year it's 30, 37, 34, 36, 31. He's limited the use of his changeup, eliminated his sinker almost entirely. He's throwing it less than 5% of his pitches, where last year it was 8%, 10, 12, 12, 8. And so he's really eliminated that sinker, which you've seen a lot of pitchers do. Guys like Wade Miley, Gibson, a couple other guys have done that. And he's also, Matt Boyd has almost eliminated completely using his curve. He's cut it in half last year, 13, 14, 15, 11, 12, and 5%. This year it was 11% in March, but then 5%, 4%, 3%, 7%. So you see this guy using his four-seam more, using his slider more, and eliminating his sinker change, kind of just using those as pitches, to change it up a little bit, but relying on 2 of his better pitches. And then
exactly. Yeah, he actually is doing what what every pitcher should be doing, and it never really. I just don't get why pitchers don't use their best pitch more often. However, like a lot of times you rely on your other pitches to make that pitch good. So if he uses that one pitch all the time, it's going to backfire on him, right? So, but it is definite that he has the best pitch that he has is a slider. The fact that he's using it more, it explains that he's more successful. He's also more successful against right-handed hitters this year, when last year, like, he gave up a ton of home runs. So I agree with you that there's reason to believe that, he's using the right pitch that works for him more often than his bad pitches.
And not only that, but the slider, his whiff percentage on the slider is better. But as a result of what he's doing, he's also seeing a 30% higher whiff percentage, and 30%. So I mean, like 8 to 11 or 8 to 12%. Last year, his four seam was anywhere from 4 to 8% with an outlier 11. He hasn't had a month this year that he's had a whiff percentage lower than 11%, as high as 16, 17, and 18% in given months. So using that slider more, eliminating the use of the curve, the change, and the sinker has made his four seam even more effective at fooling hitters, thinking that he's going to throw the slider and thinking that there's going to be movement on that pitch that might not just be there. And I haven't looked at the movement yet, but so I get what you're saying, but I think a lot of his numbers have backed up what he's doing right now.
I agree. I mean, yes, I absolutely agree that that's a reasonable explanation, and on paper, it absolutely looks right. So, if I absolutely don't blame anybody for believing that Matthew Boyd will continue to pitch well. That's all.
And I don't blame the Tigers for taking your point of view and saying, let's unload this guy while he's worth something, because we missed the boat when Fulmer was worth something. And now he's worth absolutely nothing, and we're stuck with him.
Yeah, they got to get rid of him. They got to get rid of Shane Green. They got to trade Castellanos if they can get rid of. They got to get rid of everybody.
Did you see Shane Green's interview? He said his parents were, really proud of him to make the All-Star team, but he doesn't have kids, so he doesn't know what that feels like. But he has a dog, and he really likes his dog. And if his dog made the All-Star team, he'd be really proud of his dog. So
that is a Chris Emmerich statement right there. He just became like your favorite Major League pitcher, didn't he?
I mean, again, the reasoning is good. So hey, I'd be proud of my dog too if they made the All-Star team. That's really funny. That's really funny, dude.
That's really good. Well, we're sneaking up. You're just 4 picks away from your pick here. Let's get back to see what's happening here. We left off at Keg Krimble and Madison Bumgarner. Then we saw... it jumped on me. Wilson Contreras go Matt Chapman, Michael Brantley, Brad Hand, Chris Davis, Aroldis Chapman, Caleb Smith, Edwin Diaz. So we're seeing the relievers jump off the page. Mike Soroka, DJ LeMahieu went to Dan, Shane Bieber, Eddie Rosario, Joey Votto, Eloy Jimenez, and Yasmani Grandal. It is now Andrea's pick.
It's my pick?
DJ pick was a steal.
Yes.
Okay, here I go.
Yeah, he was next up in my queue, I'll be honest with you, brother.
He's a guy that's hard to believe that he's going to continue at this pace, but yeah. I haven't been playing a lot of daily, but I know he's well over 5,000, and that's disgusting to think about. That DJ LeMahieu is consistently over 5K, not in Coors Field.
Gross.
Okay. Yeah, I really am thinking I hope that he gets better soon. I really do. Did I get him?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, so...
Hit the plus button.
I got you.
There you go. Marcelo Ozuna. Get well soon, sir. All
right,
my
Chris. Favorite player. Yeah, I like him. I mean, he's not my favorite player.
I think you need to go Treinen, Ozuna, and Iglesias. I mean, I think you go 2 solid relievers. Shane Green, whoever's available, go 2 relievers.
I was looking at that. So what we have here, if you sort by saves so far, Will Smith, Shane Green, Colome, Felipe Vasquez, who's one of my favorite guys, Doolittle, Roberto Ozuna, Raisel Iglesias, Blake Treinen. We have all those guys.
I like Blake Treinen the most out of those, but he's not going to get as many opportunities. I like Ozuna. I like Shane Green. Just pick 2 of them, man. I mean, you got to go with 2 of them right now.
You don't my Felipe Vasquez pick? He's got 60 strikeouts as a reliever.
Yeah, go for it. Pick him.
All right, he's in. All right, so he's in. I'll let you pick the other one. We got one more pick. Give me your guy. Hitters I like here, you got Hunter Renfroe, you got Franmil Reyes, you've got Nomar, you got Trey Mancini, you got your boy Simeon.
I think you go. I go Ozuna.
Roberto Ozuna.
Yep.
You got it. Done. Andrew, you're back up.
Okay, I'm up. I definitely am up. Let me just check one thing out real quick. This is who I'm taking. Austin Riley.
Austin Riley. I love Austin Riley.
Man, I took Josh Donaldson in my dynasty draft, I bid on Josh Donaldson, but I also picked up Austin Riley as insurance. And, lo and behold, they both are playing and both raking, and that is why my team is solidly in the middle of the league.
I just figured out someone. When you said raking, somebody came to my mind, and I have to put him in my queue. But I'm not telling who it is.
I think you picked before us, so it's okay.
I don't know why we're doing this live draft when we should be live covering the ESPYs. What's wrong with us?
Oh, the ESPYs are on? Oh, please, I gotta go. Fucking ESPYs, please. I can't wait to see a bunch of Hollywood elites talk about how I should live my life. I would really love it.
Well, Brooks Koepka won Best Male Golfer, if you need to know. That's how I know, because it came up on my Twitter feed.
I do love Best Male Golfer, though.
Yeah, it's true.
I do. I love me some Brooks Koepka.
I know. Chris has got a man crush on Brooks. So.
Why? Is he hot? I don't know. I don't even know what he looks like.
He has the body of what's that guy that plays in the what's that guy's name? He's from this is great live radio.
His name is Brooks what? Brooks
Koepka.
Koepka.
Okay. He looks like David Bautista. He's ripped like David Bautista, but he's better looking.
Without the tattoos and 20 years younger, right?
He is kind of hot. I will say he's pretty hot. He likes to wear those really tight golf shirts, so that's
probably.
Does. No. He doesn't like to wear tight golf shirts. He's so ripped that all the shirts are tight on him.
That's not true, dude. Don't worry. I don't think that's true.
No, look, when you're a certain size, even with dress shirts, if you're trying to get if you're a certain size guy, you can't buy the slim fit because the slim fit don't work because you're not a slim build. But it doesn't mean you need those wings on the under the obliques that happen with the normal size things. So
you think so? You don't think these are slim fits that he wears?
Look, I know so. I had that body almost sort of
his arms are really big. That's for true.
10 years ago, 70 pounds ago, I had a physique similar to that. Now I have a physique that I do need that extra space in the bottom where the gut fills in.
His girlfriend's Jenna Sims.
Since you've taken Austin Riley, we've got Carlos Correa, David Dahl, Eugenio Suarez, Josh Donaldson, Edwin Encarnacion, Sean Doolittle, and Nelson Cruz.
I like Edwin.
Yeah, he was on my list. I
like him a lot. I like him a lot better than Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz has been a disappointment. I think he's breaking down. Trey Mancini, has he been picked? I know you got your eye on.
He's in my list. You know this. You know I love Trey Mancini.
So I knew this chick was a wrestler. Is she a wrestler or what is she? It's his girlfriend, Jenna Sims. Is she a wrestler? No.
I don't know.
She's something. Model. I think that she's got something to do with wrestling, but I could just be making that shit up.
You could be.
She's a former beauty pageant title holder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's pretty hot. She's not as hot as Verlander's wife.
Kate Upton. Yeah.
I don't think Kate Upton's. I mean, if Kate Upton came up to me and said, "Chris,
let's go,"
but yeah, that'd be. I'm not going to turn that down. But
is there someone hotter?
There's plenty. There's plenty
who?
of people. Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I mean, Kate Upton is very chesty, but she doesn't have
the build that you're attracted to for the most part.
I'm just saying, her backside's kind of flat. You'd expect, given how round her front side is, that the backside would match, and it just doesn't. And there's nothing wrong with that. She's still an 8 or a 9. I think she's still up there, but I'm just being really nitpicky, Oh,
I totally get it. I mean, you like what you like, so that's it. She's got a flat ass is your problem.
That is a big problem. That's a truly big problem.
Maybe Kim Kardashian or Kate Upton.
Kim's too far. You went too far there.
Why?
Yeah, that's too far.
Holy moly. I don't know. She's pretty curvy. She's pretty, maybe too far. She's littler girls.
That's cartoon curvy. That's not real. It just doesn't make sense.
Gotcha. You remember that movie with that one? It was was it Roger Rabbit, where it was part cartoon and part movie?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
Jessica
it had
Rabbit.
that girl yes, Jessica Rabbit. That's like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's who she